Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge.
It's Ibrahimovic! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. De Bruyne, nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good read. He's got away. Ibrahimovic! And that's in. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Detroit City really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Hearts are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Shevchenko, Mateus, Ibrahimovic, De Bruyne. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Hernandez. And it's Shevchenko. Hernandez. Played out to the left flank. Kimmich. And here's Maradona. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Messi. And he can thump it away. And that's been won straight back. And here's Haaland. Shevchenko gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! That was quite a hit. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Hearts really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
That has not gone well. Kimmich. Rodri. That's a good ball out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Rodri clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Foot in. Hearts have it back and can go again. It's not an especially good pass, that. And he's there to belt it away. The ball has bounced loose now. De Bruyne. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Some good work on the right flank here. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Looking for the run. He's through here. Sommer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Hearts looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. He's on it, can he get away? It's Neymar! It's hit the crossbar, and again! Just cruising! They are cruising! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is! And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then.
Zanetti.
Making his 300th appearance today. Just another reminder to those who missed the pre-game ceremonies.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Shot could be on. It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Galatasaray are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's got away. He's come in hard. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Messi. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, this looks sharp. Albert Ferrer. And now the breakaway. Messi. Oh, this is a terrific run. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's been flattened there. And he's straight offside. Knocks it into space. And this is Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cannavaro. Neymar. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And claimed it back swiftly. Looking for the run. Oh, delightful ball. Icardi. A lot of space ahead of him. And the through ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Hearts clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar. It's a searching pass. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Has a look and plays it forward. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played back. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Carreras. No, it's come to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, some tackle that. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Khan.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Played out wide. That's where it came from. Opts to Messi! Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Hearts really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Hearts have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Number 10, Messi.
So we're underway for the second half.
Number 13,
Hearts leading courtesy of the game's only goal.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Carreras going forward. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Picked out, and the shot! Oh, it's come loose. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Zanetti with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Aubameyang. Now that looks a decent ball. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Neymar, great defending, strong and determined. Good take, and is he in? It's a pretty loose pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This looks promising. And this is Neymar! But he's left disappointed.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Now he's off and running. Hearts have it back and can go again. And here's Ibrahimovic. Albert Ferrer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Neymar. Now here's the delivery. Adams can get it clear. Crossed in once more. Adams with the clearance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Disappointing. Very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Substitution for Galatasaray.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
Coming on the field, number 21, Mbappe. Number 20,
Mateus!
Ronaldo.
Looking for a runner. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pinches it off him. Mbappe Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking...
And the finish! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Nicely aimed pass.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
Galatasaray always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And the shot! And it's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Hearts are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford...
Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Rijkaard is there to clear. Well, that has not gone well. Shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! It's in! They're back within reach! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So could they be onto something here? Pass just lacking in accuracy. Can he get on the end of this? That is a great pick out. Khan gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's intervened well there. Onana. That's good running with the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's Neymar! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Zanetti makes the interception. Guardiola. Aubameyang receives it in a good position here. Aubameyang! Goal! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
After 90 minutes is number 97.
Hearts palpably stronger, better, superior.
Substitution in progress. There will be 5 minutes added time.
Upamecano. There could be trouble here, and he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. And he shoots! Albert Ferrer clears without hesitation. Not the most accurate pass. And that's that. Hearts can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Aubameyang claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Please keep your eyes on your children.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistency, and the way he has no
chance! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And a chance! They've scored! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Turkey, he's in one-on-one. Chance, surely! Aubameyang! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Batistuta really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it...
Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Hearts find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Zanetti.
Such good technique.
Forced to go back. Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get it through? Oh, it's Dembele. Look at the space here. Olise! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, super find. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Hearts have hit a quick-fire double here. And it's Totti. Now it's Batistuta. McAllister is the team's great visionary. And he's quick to get rid. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's the throw. Good ball, good take. Tries a shot! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, easy pickings there. Totti. And this is Batistuta. Schneider. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Almost half an hour in now. Schlotterbeck. Schneider. Zanetti. Totti. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Aubameyang. Well, that's an excellent interception. Zaire Emery. And it's Neymar. Oh, that is a nice touch. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Aubameyang. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Batistuta, and the shot! Batistuta! Glorious! He's got himself an absolute peach. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Hearts are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Hearts are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Tries to get it clear. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Aubameyang. Shot. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, glorious Batty goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Just eases him off the ball, and he's managed to get free. Mateus with an air of confidence about him, a certain big chance! Goal! They are purring, truly purring.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nicely weighted ball. And we've reached half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Hearts really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Hearts are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
Substitution for Turkey, number 7, Francesco Totti. Coming on to replace him is number 6, Kukçu.
Away we go again. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. But that has not gone well. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to pass it through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Batistuta, and he's got away from him. Adams concedes a free kick for that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cannavaro. Mateus. Now it's Aubameyang. And this is Batistuta. That is a great pick out. Robertson. Cannavaro. Oh, can he get onto this? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's picked out the run. Takes a shot! And it's in! And he is just ripping it up!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
He's free, he has got space. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's had it nicked away. Aubameyang. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Schneider. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Batistuta. And And that's been won straight back.
Schneider really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And Aubameyang! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Taken back almost at once. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Batistuta. McAllister. Olise. Schlotterbeck does well to get it back. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Batistuta. Zaire Emery did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Substitution in progress.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Cantona, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And it's Shevchenko. That ball looks a good one. Real chance! And yes, it's there! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Well-timed, excellent interception. Kukçu. And Cherki. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. Guardiola! Loose ball now, and there's a chase up. And he's stuck it away! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And this is roll. Oh, what has happened here? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Barcelona have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Now it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Always onto this. Look at the space here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Hullet is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
And nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Rijkaard. Mateus. And he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. Oh, strongly challenged there. That's good vision. Oh, easy pickings there. Now he's got space here. And this is Ibrahimovic. That is a crunching tackle. And he's straight offside.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Conte. Ibrahimovic. And this is Kante. Now it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saliba attempts a clearance. Busquets clears. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's been intercepted. Barcelona have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. And this is Neymar. Neymar! And he's following up. And he's done it! And we have liftoff. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that has not gone well. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Nicely worked. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get it through? Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a searching pass. Well-timed, excellent interception. And it's Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Zanetti. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Desai makes the interception. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Looking for the run. He's through here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Ibrahimovic. And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Hearts can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. And here is the first touch of the second half. Hearts leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Vieira. Messi. Barcelona can breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Just too high.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Turan. Has a look and plays it forward. It's a pretty loose pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Messi. And it's Nedved. And here's Azar. Mateus. Not the most accurate pass. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Brilliantly cut out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Hearts have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Oh, played right into his path. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Hullet.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing... Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's clever. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Neymar! Neymar! What about that one? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
A case now of complete control.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Time then for the
20.
first substitution of the game.
El dorsal 19. Messi. El dorsal
And he skips
21.
past his man,
El dorsal
and he's managed to
11.
get free.
Vieira.
And that's gone loose. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10. El
Baresi.
dorsal 7. Bale. El
Gives it
dorsal
back.
25.
Just too much
El
pressure.
dorsal
Had to
5.
go that way.
Sneijder.
Zola.
El dorsal 8.
Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are playing them off the park. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Schneider.
Barcelona are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide, if they'd care to look.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. He's put his foot right through that one.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Baresi is there, and he can pick it up. And this is Neymar. Neymar's cross. Czech claims it without any fuss. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now this could be a chance. It's run loose here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Mbappe. Zanetti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. The final 5 minutes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Conte. Now it's Messi. He is through here. Neymar was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Ambitious ball here. Can he latch on to this? He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Nesta has been given his marching orders. Getting up there!
4 minutos de descuento.
And he's hit it too high. And the return pass. 4 extra minutes added on.
Oh,
Zola.
great feat, that.
That's been cut out, well played. Neymar. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. Yellow or red? It is red.
Se va a realizar
Well, he
un
stayed
cambio de
down
jugadores.
and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Oh, it's just a little long. Zola. Mbappe. To Schneider. Looking to play him in. Bale. It's a good-looking delivery.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
That's at the end. Hearts really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then.
For my money, Peter, Sergio Busquets was the best number 6 of his generation.
And it's striking, isn't it, how different he is from those bustling box-to-box players who've tended to take that position in the past.
That's right, very, very cagey in the way he operated. No heroic tackles or lung-bursting athleticism, but that's because he doesn't need any of that. He's someone who carved out a role for himself that I think only he can play.
Rijkaard, and he's worked it through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shot a goal! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Seedorf has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Hearts leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Mateus. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Ibrahimovic shoots! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They are purring, truly purring! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And yes, it's him again. Hearts are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Can he get it through? Oh, delightful ball. Tonali. Hearts have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Can he get on the end of this? Here's a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Hearts are looking to go forward now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mateus. And Neymar. And this is Messi. Now he's got space here. Ibrahimovic! And that was neither one thing nor the other.
Ibrahimovic really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
And he cuts out the supply. Ibrahimovic. Maldini. Desai. He's had it taken off him. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Seedorf. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Seedorf. And that's a good... And a chance! Zola. Mateus. Zola. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he latch onto this? He has found the way through. Cross flung in towards the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hearts looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Time and again they are repelled. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. That's a little off target. Mbappe! And the shot! Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zola. Zola. He's shifting through the gears here. The ball's gone astray.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Messi. Zola is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Forced to go back. And the shot! Mbappe gets flagged offside. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Hearts are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Azar. Adams. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mateus. He's picked his way through. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Maldini. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Thuram. Now Seedorf. And here's Messi. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Passing nice and neat. Mateus. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Busquets is always scanning the pitch for targets. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now it's Azar. And he's picked out the run. Oh, such a clever touch.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19,
Bale.
Messi. El
Busquets.
dorsal 25, el dorsal 4,
And it's Maldini.
Seedorf. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
That has not
7,
gone well.
Bale. El dorsal 21, el
Messi
dorsal 15,
providing an outlet on that
Roberto
flank.
Carlos.
Thuram tries to clear. Tonali. And that is a little undercooked. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Roberto Carlos. Messi shapes to shoot! The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Thuram. Saliba. And it's Nedved. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mateus. Looking for the run. Neymar finds himself offside.
Hearts surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Threads one in. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tonali, well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So we have
20,
movement on both benches.
el dorsal 16, Sergio Busquets. Serán
Now it's
sustituidos
Messi.
por el
Oh,
dorsal
well played, well
23,
sorted out.
el dorsal 11,
Vieira.
Vieira. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio
Shin
de
to shin,
jugadores.
bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Olmo. And here's Romario. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And it's been played through.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Donatoni. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's caught him in or out. Hearts have been handed a game-changing chance. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Hearts have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Saliba has got the wrong side. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Desai has been sent off, just to confirm. It was... Oh, it's come off the upright.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That ball looks a good one. Turan. Pullet is onto it in a flash.
Pretty robust defending.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Saliba has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. 4 added minutes on the board. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance...
Turn.